Hi, can I read you a book? Nice night on the farm. Rami says yes. All right. This one's called The Gnome in the Boot. The Gnome in the Boot. I like this. Once upon a time, in a small forest, there lived a little gnome named Gizmo. One day, as Gizmo was trying to climb out of his boot, he realised that his little ladder was missing. Uh-oh. Without it, he was stuck inside his boot all day, and he couldn't go about his daily tasks, like feeding the animals and like cleaning up the leaves in the forest and maybe a bit of weeding and maybe watering his garden, because that's what gnomes do, right? Yeah. Anyway, Gizmo searched high and low inside his boot. He couldn't find his ladder anywhere. Just as he was about to give up, a little caterpillar crawled up to the top of the boot and asked him what was wrong. Like a little caterpillar. What's wrong? Said the caterpillar. Gizmo explained that his ladder was missing, and without it, he was stuck inside his boot. And then the caterpillar listened, like sympathetically and really nicely, because he's like listening. He's trying to help. And he asked him what was wrong. And Gizmo explained, he's stuck in his boot and he couldn't get out and do all this stuff that he had to do. And then the caterpillar said, "Climb on my back, and we'll go looking for it outside," because he couldn't find it inside his boot. And Gizmo climbed on the caterpillar's back, and then they crawled off out the boot, down, and then they went around the forest looking for his ladder. Ding! After searching for what seemed like hours, they finally spotted a squirrel up in the tree, holding a ladder in his paws. "Hey," said Gizmo, "that's my ladder." Squirrel looked down and Gizmo... I can't understand squirrel, but Gizmo can. So Gizmo said, "I know you want to eat nuts, but you just can't go around taking things that don't belong to you." Which is true, right? You could always ask, but we'll see what happens. Don't steal things that don't belong to you. Squirrel's eyes filled with tears. He was going to cry. And Gizmo's like, what are you? Oh, hang on. And Gizmo said, "What's the matter?" And he was so sad, because the squirrel was sad. And then oh no. And the squirrel chatted and said, his family's down at the bottom of the ladder with Gizmo, because Gizmo's right there. Squirrel's up there, on top of the ladder, and Gizmo's right next to his family, and said, "You can't feed his family if he doesn't have the ladder to get up the tree to get the nuts." I was like, oh. So, and Gizmo went, "Oh, I get it. So I understand, Gizmo. Said, maybe we can share the ladder. That's a great idea. And then, so you can use it together to gather nuts for him, and then he could, the squirrel, and they can help each other, every day, and make sure our families are both fed. Because, Gizmo has to get out of the boot, and then the squirrel needs the ladder to get up the tree, so they can get nuts for his family, and then Gizmo's got to get out and do work, so maybe they can share. I think that's a great idea. The squirrel's eyes lit up, and it chatted happily, and then the three set off. So the squirrel, and Gizmo and the caterpillar set off into the forest, and they just together, and then they're gathering nuts and leaves and weeding, and then from then on, Gizmo, the caterpillar, and the squirrel were the best of friends. They spent their days working and playing together in the forest, and Gizmo learned that sometimes a little bit of kindness and forethought go a long way. Yes, it can. Do you want to see the moon? Oh, that's the end. Hang on. Do you want to see the moon? It's really cool. Can you see it? Hang on. I'll lift it up. Oh, thank you. Thank you for staying. Oh, my little dragon. Let's go up and have a look. Whoa. Look at that. That's the moon. And there's the clouds in the night sky. There's a star. Wow. There's a few stars there. And there's the moon again. Anyway, thank you for listening to my story.